The Demise of Selenar Part 1, a Segmentum Pacificus campaign, a grand narrative campaign brought to you by Narrative Crusades, M42. 002. This file contains for the reader the latest update of the Fourth Tyrannic War, specifically the campaign for the key world fortress Gundahar. That the Tyranids will reach Gundahar is almost a foregone conclusion. Every effort must be made to prepare the world, while limiting the momentum of the swarm before it reaches the planet. The subsystem still reels from the Ark of Omen Mask of the Damned, forcing the Imperium into a war on two fronts. This account shall endeavour to be as up-to-date as possible, relying on field reports from commanders worldwide and Patreon members who have made these reports possible. The account begins. The mining colony of Selenar was established on the fourth planet of the solar system, a barren and rocky world with a thin atmosphere and frequent dust storms. The planet orbits a red dwarf star, which provides little warmth and light. Despite the sedate impression the sun gives, it is prone to violent flares that disrupt communications and damage equipment. The colonists lived in domed habitats connecting to the vast underground tunnels. Selenar is strewn with endless caverns and unique bioforms. These connect the domed habitats and contain over 90% of the planet's biomass. Selenar would be the first world to fall to the Tyranids. The earliest warning came in the form of a massive spaceship, ancient and derelict, adrift for countless millennia, with no signs of life. The first bell was boarded by a naval patrol frigate. Perhaps boredom saw them lapse in their duty to the Imperium, or more likely, they were not prepared for what lurked within. The boarding patrol found evidence of a massive biofleet entering the system. Desperately, they fought their way to the communication station in an attempt to broadcast a warning. They failed. Selenar was not warned. The Tyranids dropped out of space like a rain of death, devouring everything in their path. People screamed and ran, but it was too late. The swarm was faster and smarter than any native predator. They tore through skin and bone, leaving behind only bones and gore. The hive mind coordinating their attacks and avoiding any early resistance. Despite little or no warning, the PDF of the Imperium responded with admirable skill and tenacity. While the landing zones were narrowly lost, a successful evacuation of the majority of the population was successfully carried out. This has preserved much of the momentum for the Imperial war machine, while starving the Tyranids of much-needed biomass. Now the triple system of the Ezora cluster stands in the path of the swarm, consisting of 3 systems, all within very close warp range of each other. So close that a navigator is not necessary to reach them. All systems are already on full military footing due to the Ark of Omen sightings and strategic significance. Now everything that can be evacuated has been, for the systems are doomed. The cluster will provide a potentially significant military threat to the overwhelming Tyranid onslaught. Grim-faced, the Governors Prime know well their planets are doomed. Their duty is clear. They have been briefed in full by Inquisitor Thaler. They meet to discuss how their planets can die for the Imperium. They have resources enough to only defend one of the 3 systems effectively. The others must hold out as best they can for as long as they can, before they inevitably fall. Warzone Castellum. The history of the twin knight households, House Castellum Incus and House Vulpa Malleus, is a tale told countless times within the Imperium of Man, once the closest of allies. It was they in tandem who held sway over the subsector. It was they who held together humanity during Old Night, and it was they who fought side by side during the Heresy. Too far from terror to be of great consequence, tales of both houses' heroic actions are still legendary in this region of space. Their fervor during the Scouring was without equal. Friends, sworn to protect each other and the Imperium from any threat, now bitterest of enemies. But the great rift torn by Abaddon tore more than the galaxy asunder. House Castellum began to fracture. At first it was excessive bouts of honor, which turned to murder, before final more lustful endeavors. Too late did it become apparent that foul play was afoot. Now the proud fortress of House Malleus Vulpa stands firm. Traitor Astartes, seeking to end the siege, attempted to infiltrate the underground warren. The sewers, countless kilometers in length and depth, were a maze even to them. Eventually, a path was found. But this path was not unknown to the Imperium, and to House Vulpa. Marshalling what force they could, they defended their home world. Little did they know as their strength failed. A soul blade had arrived. Caught unaware, the fury of the Golden Host fell upon House Castellum, caught in the maelstrom. Vulpa, with their Astra Militarum allies, were able to launch a swift and decisive counterattack. The head of House Castellum was rumoured slain, an armoured spearhead of Lehman Russ demolishers bringing down a knight in a heraldry of the mighty Chaos Knight. But these rumours have been proven false. Now the Soul Blade prepares its strike at the very heart of House Castellum. The planet will be purged. The influence of the Ark of Omen Mask of the Damned will be next. All forces must be ready to meet the Tyranid threat before it grows too strong.
Thank you for listening. The second campaign pack is now downloadable from our Discord. Everyone has access to the campaign, while Patreon members have an extended pack. The pack contains missions to play and a number of ways to play them, including unit upgrades if you so wish, and gives you the opportunity to provide feedback on how your games are played, and also these will be used to determine the future of the campaign. Thank you again to our Patreon members for your support. We will continue with the 3 monthly giveaways. We do deliver internationally, and we will exchange for the equivalent of a combat patrol. Please like and subscribe, leave a comment saying what you would like to see more of and how your missions are going. Every little helps us on our way to global domination of the narrative world.